Let's continue then on this story and get some reaction now on the failed motion of no confidence in Johannesburg Mayor Dada Morero. For now, let's welcome Mbalenhle Mthethwa, our SABC News reporter who's on the ground for us. Mbalenhle, of course, you've been monitoring those developments in the council. Speak to us about just the reaction that you are getting today.
Well, certainly you would have heard during council that the two motions against the speaker the two motions against the chief whip of council and the mayor were defeated. But unfortunately, Action SA did not have the numbers to defeat the motion against its own speaker, Mbalenhle Mthethwa. You saw her being ousted and voted out by an overwhelming majority of 212 votes against just over 40 votes, and really just an indication of the numbers that Action SA has and the fact that they couldn't really rally and get those numbers together. You would have heard this morning that they made an announcement that they would not be supporting, or rather voting with the government of local unity to defeat the no confidence motion in the mayor. But despite that, it seems the mayor was able to survive that very same no confidence motion, which was brought by the Democratic Alliance here in the city of Johannesburg. But it's a very sad moment for Action SA. Certainly the ANC Secretary General in Johannesburg has spoken quite strongly about the actions of Action SA, saying that they have really gone against what the ANC stands for in this time, which is to restore stability in the city of Johannesburg after a period where the city saw many changes in terms of the leaders and the mayors in the city of Johannesburg. We've seen multiple changes. The mayoral seat has actually exchanged 10 times since 2016. And you would have heard the IFP earlier on saying that, this administration, or since the 2021 local government elections, Johannesburg has seen more mayors than it has seen service delivery, and saying that, there is a time that this is a time for them to unite and ensure that they're able to provide those services for the residents. And we saw that motion being defeated as a result of the government of local unity in the city of Johannesburg really coming together and ensuring that they're able to defeat that motion, 144 votes. Then we saw Action SA, in a turn of events, voting to save the chief whip when it was that time to vote. But unfortunately, the ANC had made the decision that they would be voting to support and in favor of the no confidence motion against Mbalenhle Mthethwa. And that's where we saw majority of council voting her out and voting to remove her as the Speaker of Council. And right now, the Johannesburg Council is without a Speaker, and they have 14 days to replace one. Council would need to be convened within a period of 7 days, and also for the purposes of electing a new speaker. We'll see the city manager taking up the temporary position of speaker when council is convened, to allow for the process of council to elect a speaker. But right now, I'm actually joined by the man of the moment, the mayor of Johannesburg, Dada Morero, who has just survived a no confidence motion. Mr. Mayor, yesterday when we spoke to you, you said you were very confident. You had 140 votes. Where did the extra 4 come from?
Now remember what constitutes the current coalition. Our total number is 147, and you are aware that the ANC lost the councillor, and there were 2 more councillors that could not make it from the coalition as it stands. So we were confident. We've had meetings, we've discussed issues, and by last night we then concluded in preparation for this meeting today. So it went well.
How are you feeling right now after that victorious moment? I know you were expecting it, but how does it feel to have this behind you now?
No, it's okay. It was not something that is worrying, except that what's worrying is that the DA could not present quite convincing arguments in the chamber. One had expected them to really present arguments, but they did not prepare adequately. That's what I've also noticed, which also gives an impression that there are challenges of capacity within the caucus leadership, because their statements were quite very low. They could not really present a strong and valid and solid argument on why they are presenting a motion of no confidence. So I guess in essence the DA wasted our time in council. Next time they would want to do, I would suggest that they prepare adequately on their arguments, and they must bring very strong arguments into council so that society can be convinced whether they do have a case or not. But today we are clear they had no case. It was just an electioneering ploy which has no standing in the work that we are doing in the council.
What's the future of the relationship between the ANC and Action SA, given that they did not vote, they abstained from the vote of no confidence, but we saw them voting again to defend the Chief Whip of Council. What does that mean for this relationship? Are they still a part of the government of local unity? Are they not? Have they ever been?
Well, in the discussions that we have been having, as you know, since the beginning of May, we have been having meetings in discussion on the relationship between ourselves and Action SA. We agreed that the discussions and negotiations would continue regardless of their current stand that they took. So on Monday when we concluded, we said, look, it's fine. This is your position, and the ANC will also take a position. But does not mean we are closing on the engagement, further engagements and negotiations, because it's in the interest of the ANC to bring everyone into this arrangement so that we can stabilize Johannesburg. You can see there are movements that we're doing, there are projects that we're beginning to see and injecting life. There will be successes, and we're saying let's work together. So we have not closed the door as the ANC, and we'll continue to engage with Action SA.
Before I let you go, the bomb room, which was announced during the State of the City address, has come out quite prominently. One of your own coalition partners, the PA, expressing unhappiness, saying that it is somewhat acting as a rogue unit and working alongside the presidential committee. Unhappiness there, but mixed bag of reaction. The IFP saying that it is assisting in terms of fast tracking service delivery. Action SA as well as the Democratic Alliance saying that it is not, there are no legal frameworks, that it relies on the establishment of this bomb squad. It does not rely on any legislation. What are your thoughts in all of this?
In terms of the coalition partners, yes, there could be one probably who's still not happy with the establishment of the team, and will engage, especially the Patriotic Alliance. And I have therefore asked to meet with the leader of caucus and an MMC, Kenny Kunene, which meeting shall happen tomorrow, so that I can understand better what his concerns are. Two, generally there's happiness also within the administration. Some have welcomed the intervention because it is assisting where there are limitations, and that was the whole idea. Where there are limitations, the constraints, this team was meant to help them. So we can see that we're unlocking. Of course, there could be some communication breakdown there and there, which we're fixing. This team has just started now. It will generally have some challenges as it's starting to crawl, but we'll address the discomforts of other members so that we can get the work done. There's no time to arguing. It's time to deliver, and that's what we're going to do.
Thank you, sir.
The legislation matter has been addressed sufficiently, and I've also responded to the MEC yesterday to address the issues of legislation.
Thank you so much, Mayor, for taking the time to speak to us. We have unfortunately run out of time, but the ANC has said that through its Secretary General that it feels as though it has been betrayed by Action SA, saying that Action SA had failed to vote on the budget as well as on the budget adjustments, saying that they still need to relook the relationship they've had, and especially since the party had gone to the public and said that they were not part of the coalition but would vote on a case-by-case basis, and this then prompted their decision to then vote against, to vote out the Speaker of Council, because they believe that those who are going to hold very crucial positions or strategic positions such as the Speaker of Council should in fact be a part of the coalition government governing the city of Johannesburg, and should not only participate when they choose to do so, saying that the budget and the adjustment budget are very crucial in ensuring that services are delivered to people and ensuring that stability is the order of the day and is restored to the city of Johannesburg.